Page 10, my favorite day. It's 4 lines long, treble and bass clef, 3/4 time signatures. There's 3 counts in a measure and counting quarter notes still. I see quarter notes and half notes and dotted half notes, and I assume you know the names of the notes in the music. I work on that in the method book. Here we're working more on playing music. So let's check our notes and all. On the right hand, you're starting. They don't give you finger numbers, but I'll tell you, it's thumb on middle C in the right hand, so you're in C position, and the left hand starts in the 3rd line, and that's going to be thumb on G, so we're in C position. I'll just tell you that. You can take a pencil and write in the first finger number. The first one on the 1st line and the first note on the 3rd line, you can put in a 1. Please don't put in any other finger numbers. We don't want to be reading finger numbers, but it's nice to know which finger to start with. So let's just try and see if we have the notes. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. You get the idea? 3rd line with the left hand, it's 1, 2, 3. See, it's kind of hard to see what the note is when they put the name of the note in the middle of it. See, the 3rd line, or even in the 1st line, in the half note, that's a circle, they put the name of the note in the middle of it, and that makes it look different. It's just a half note. So you go through and make sure you have all the notes and fingering and rhythm are all worked out. No hesitations anywhere. It's a steady beat from start to finish. And we think about now that they're starting to put in articulation, I do the articulation after I get the notes and rhythms in. I do the articulation before I do the dynamics, but that's just the way I do it. You don't have to do it that way. You do it however you want. But in the videos, I'm going to do the articulation next. Here we have phrases. You see the big long curved lines over it? I'm going to lift up between each line. It's just like taking a breath. Just a little lift. So in the last measure, the 1st line, you're here. You end one curved line to start another. There's just a speck of silence between those notes. See, when I first learn a piece of music, I play everything connected. So I would play that. I would connect that all. But now that I'm putting in the articulation, I want to lift up between the phrases here. They're phrases, musical sentences, musical thoughts. I have to play the melody kind of quick to hear them. So that's my way of doing it. So at the beginning, that's one thought. And then another thought. That's another thought. So between each of these, I'm going to lift up. So. Just lift up. And then going from the 2nd line to the 3rd line, because you're switching hands, I'm still going to lift up, so there's a little bit of silence. I just cut the note just a little bit short. It's like taking a breath. You know, we speak in sentences, right? And sometimes we'll take a breath in between sentences. We may put a little pause between sentences, whatever. There's a little silence between them. That's what we do in musical sentences, or the phrases. That's all we're doing. That's, again, part of interpretation, but I'll come back to interpretation in a minute. Look at the last line, for instance. Here. Lift up. So those last 2 notes are one thought. You lift up. So there's a little silence there. Then once I have the articulation worked out, then I go in and put in the dynamics. Here at MF, mezzo forte, at the beginning, sort of loud, whatever you think that is. Don't get any more. They put in another mezzo forte on the 3rd line. You don't need it. You're already mezzo forte. I mean, just because the notes are in a different staff doesn't mean anything. The dynamic applies to the melody and wherever it is. So you don't need that one in the 3rd line. It's a little misleading when they do that. But it's loud, medium loud. Okay. Now they give you the option at the bottom to repeat P or piano or soft if you wish. So you could go back and play the whole thing again, only this time you play it soft. Whatever you think soft. Yeah, okay. You can do that in this lesson. I'm not going to repeat it, but that if you want to repeat it, you can right ahead. It's nice when you repeat things if you can find something to change so you're not playing it twice exactly the same way. We can't always do that, but it's nice, and dynamics is one of those things you can change. Then the speed. Well, happily again. Gotta love happily. So whatever you think, be happy, huh? Happy. That's as close as I can come. I haven't had enough coffee for any more happy than that, but that's it. As far as interpreting it goes, well, happy is interpreting. When you feel it, you'll play it as you feel it. So feel happy. Good luck. The phrasing, the articulation, that's part. They're telling you how to interpret it to an extent. They're telling you where the phrases are. And even in the pieces we've had before, you can go back and play them again. You can put in phrasing there, even though it's not marked in the music. You can follow the sentences and the words and lift up there if you want between those phrases. Okay. Phrased isn't always marked with a curved line. It's handy when it is, but it's not always marked. Sometimes you just have to listen to the melody and what sounds like a musical thought. That's a phrase. The dynamics are part of interpreting it. I feel like in the second line, I'm going to put a little crescendo, get a little louder, and then come back. So it's I just felt it. That's interpretation. Because you don't play the whole thing at one dynamic level all the way through. You get a little louder, a little softer, you're in that area. You feel it. Get past the mechanics of the note, no, and start getting into the music and feeling the music. And of course the natural accents. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm forcing them right now so you can hear them better, but you don't force them. They happen naturally. You feel them. There's a lot of feeling going on in playing music, and that's okay. Let's play this together very slowly to double check the notes and the rhythms. Now, there's no feeling in this. This is very mechanical. I'll give us 3 counts. I'm not doing any dynamics at all. I will do the phrasing. I'll lift up between the phrases. 1, ready, go. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2. 2. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Off.